Hello and welcome. My name is Eva. I am a therapist and hypnotherapist who works with people suffering from insomnia, fears and phobias, anxiety. Um, I deal with people who want to tackle the mother wounding of a father wound. Um, Also, people who are traumatized quite deeply. So, today in this video, I want to talk about something that happens with all my clients. I have not met a client who didn't suffer from this, and it's called anxiety. So anxiety is something that is very misunderstood. Anxiety, people believe that anxiety comes from some mental issues. Um, I'm not here talking about, genetic illnesses. I'm just talking here about anxiety with neurotypical human. So I'm going to look at it and I'm going to explain to you anxiety that is connected also to root chakra because I'm going to tell you why root chakra actually is extremely important with anxiety and when anxiety happens and things like that. So, before we talk about anxiety, I want to explain to you something. So, anxiety has always been with the human being and always will be. Anxiety will never, possibly will never go. There was not a human being on the planet that was not traumatized, hence going through some kind of anxiety at some level. And there won't be any human on this planet that will never experience anxiety. The reason for this is because this is how planet Earth energetically is set up. So, uh, anxiety, if we are talking about the collective of the humans on the planet, the anxiety is in human consciousness. It's in a collective of human consciousness. So it's in feminine energy, it's in masculine energy. It's very complex topic that I'm not going to touch today. Today, I would like to focus on a human being, and I will break down um, what is happening in a human being in relationship to energy and anxiety and root chakra, because this is what anxiety is. Anxiety is overloaded energy. So, if we break down childhood experiences as an individual human, so if we take a human and we look at childhood experiences, so if this person came from emotionally balanced home, this person's level of anxiety in the future as an adult possibly will be always lower than a person who came from um, very abusive, chaotic, and what is the most important, emotionally unavailable home. And this emotional lack must be usually coming from a mother. So if your mother has been an emotionally unavailable human, there is very big chance that you will establish, or I don't want to have I want to don't want to use the word get, but you will experience anxiety from quite an early age. So if you are a person who comes from a home that was emotionally balanced, and this balance comes from emotionally available mother, a mother who was always there for you, a mother who gave you a hug, a mother who showed her emotions, um, a mother who did not ask you to be a mother for her, because there are mothers like that, but she was a nurturer. She showed you and gave you a chance to be a child, to cry, to feel, to taught you tools to control your nervous system, to soothe you, to calm you down when you needed to be calmed down and soothed. This is what type of emotional balance I'm talking about. And if so, why is this important? What I said, because many people believe that anxiety, if they suffer from anxiety, they have some personality flaw or they have mental health issues. No, you don't. uh, Nothing is wrong with you. What is happening is your nervous system is overloaded. Root chakra, which I'm going to explain a lot today about it. Root chakra is completely shut down. There is no flow energy. There is no flow of energy in your body, which means you don't have the ability to ground yourself, which also connects to your nervous system and vagus nerve, where nervous system has never taught the tools, or has never had the tools, or has never taught any ways of getting rid getting rid of this energy that is overloading your body. So what anxiety really is, I'm going to give you a lot of little sentences over this video, and I would like, and we're going to get into some questions as always. Uh, and you will find with me the root and cause of your anxiety. With one event, there were many events that caused you anxiety in your life, no matter what age you are. So, what anxiety is a signal. It's always a signal. It's a message from your body and your nervous system that something does not feel safe. So, today we are going to focus on where anxiety really comes from, why it shows up physically in our body, why fear is the foundation of anxiety, and why your body keeps you awake at night, because anxiety has got massive connection to overthinking, insomnia, um, burnout. It's very very complex energetic thing. Even when you want to rest, it's the energy in your body, because your body does not feel safe, that will never allow you to rest. So today, as always, nothing is wrong with you. Today is not about fixing you. Nothing is wrong with anybody. It's about understanding what your system is trying to tell you, your nervous system, energy in your body, and why you experience certain things. So you can actually help yourself and you can self heal yourself. Because we know that awareness is the first step to healing, and we don't need constantly to go to a therapist, which yes, it does help, but for many people therapy is not needed. For many people, if you really really would like to be curious about yourself, you can help yourself in many many ways. So where does this anxiety really come from? So anxiety never starts in the mind. The mind only reads the event, the trauma that happened in your life, and translates it in a very, very specific way. So, anxiety begins in the nervous system, specifically in the parts of the system responsible for safety, security, and survival. So, at some point, often very early in our childhood, or in our can be in our teenage years, but I can say very, very openly, very, it starts from very, very early childhood. We go through stress, some traumatic things happen. We go through very long lasting overwhelm, and our body learns one belief: I am not safe unless I stay alerted. So it doesn't only happen to people with insomnia, it happens to anyone. So this is about you remembering a moment when something scared you. And that was enough, even if the moment was short, even if the moment was little. Your mom took you to a preschool and there was saying goodbye. You went for the first day, second day, third day, doesn't really matter. There was some event that was out of your control. Your nervous system was not prepared for that. Mom is leaving. Now I have to stay with people who I don't know. I don't feel safe. And then anxiety starts. It's overwhelmed nervous system. It's the nervous system that doesn't know what to do with overwhelmed energy, where energy is too much. I feel scared. I am fearful that something is happening, will happen to me because I don't know this environment. This environment is very new to me. And this is the start of anxiety that is going to build up, build up, build up over the years through very similar as a pattern events. So, anxiety only gives you one understanding: safety, survival, and that's it. So, what happened with this example I gave you is with this child, the nervous system learned one single thing, that from that moment, because the preschool now um reminds me of unsafety, reminds me of, you know, not coping with the situation. From that moment, I have to stay prepared. So the next day, at during the evening, I won't be asleep because I'm preparing myself for the next day. Because yet again, I don't know what is going to happen the next day. Mom is taking me back to this preschool, the place that is not established, that place that doesn't feel safe, and I'm going through the same pattern. And more I'm going through the same energetic pattern of fear, more energy that is imbalance is going to impact my body for later. So then I'm staying very, very vigilant. Usually, it happens that it impacts my sleep, it impacts my eating, it impacts my interaction with children, with people, with my family. I can be shut down. I can be too overwhelmed. It depends on the child. So um this simple example, when from the point of view of a an adult, we can say it's just a preschool for a child who is 4. The whole world is collapsing because the new world is being built. So I have been taken away from my nurturer, from my carer, and now I don't have any bond. I will not have any nurturing from other people until I create the bond with a teacher, a TA, whoever is going to look after me. I have no idea what children are there. How am I going to cope for the whole day? I don't understand the time. I don't understand when mom is coming to collect me, and so on and so forth. So, this is how overthinking starts. So, we have insomnia and we have overthinking, and now I'm not going to sleep. now I'm going to overthink, and I haven't touched about, bullying in preschool, things that are out of control, the food that I don't like, and many other things. So even though your mind can say, "Oh, it's okay. I know this building. I know this is my preschool," but your body has already registered the fear. The body has registered that this place is very, very unsafe. So people, we people, can be intellectually calm, but anxious at the same time, because the fear and the similar situation to what has happened in the past is going to trigger our anxiety. So this is how usually anxiety works. I can give you a million of other examples. People who are bad sleepers as children. I always give example of myself when I have been told that I will be snatched as a child. Somebody will take me because I have to hold mom's hand. I cannot run away. I was quite hyper child. I was very talkative child as a when I was younger, but later when I started to dig into my anxiety and heal myself, I actually learned that it is a coping mechanism of my way of my body preparing to survive, because I actually I was scared that somebody really, really will take me, and I actually hated my preschool. I just hated all the years there, and it was complete nightmare. But anyway, so if a child is told that, somebody is going to take me, my body has learned that I cannot feel safe because I have to be super hyper vigilant every minute of a day and every minute of a night, because I don't know when somebody will come and take me. So even though my mom believed that that was a joke, and she truly did not understand that that will impact most of my life. Actually, I took it very, very seriously as a 4 year old or 3 year old, and it impacted my life really, really badly. So, this is what unfortunately childhood years give you. So, let's look at why anxiety is felt in the body. So, anxiety is not an emotion alone, it is energy in motion. So, this is energy that is meant to protect you. So, you see, anxiety, the foundation of it, the fear, is also the energy. So, everything here is what we experience is only one thing. It's a coping mechanism of our body that has taught certain survival tools, certain survival um, reactions to protect us. And when the nervous system detects any threat or any similar experience to what was traumatized or what traumatized you in the past, as a child, as a teenager, whether that's real or not real now in adulthood, your body still remembers, and it redirects this energy that is in your body away from rest and towards survival. So let's say a person has got an interview. So you have an interview and you are an overthinker, not by nature, like you were not born with overthinking. That is a coping mechanism of anxiety and safety in your body. So you are laying down there, um, or 3 4 days before you start to think about it, you start to plan, but you cannot shake off the feeling of tightness in your belly, or being really, really tired, or not sleeping, or you're having I don't know, feeling physically sick or whatever people go through. So, what is happening energetically in your body is this experience is bringing you the memory of your past when something similar has happened to you. And now, because the energy has never been allowed to leave your body as a child or as a teenager, you are experiencing the trapped energy, unresolved energy in your nervous system. So your nervous system is alerted to protect you. That's why it's giving you overthinking, but it's not giving you really overthinking. It is the overwhelmed energy that chose in your body to connect to your mind, and now your mind has overtaken your life. Because this is what is happening with overthinking. People who overthink, they cannot control the mind because the energy in the body is so overwhelming. Energy of nervous system is so overwhelming that they don't know how to get rid of it, as the root chakra is very, very blocked. So in this energy in a human being can show up in so many ways. So I showed you, I talked about a person who is overthinking, who has got an interview. So we can have many million of examples, and we can have millions of symptoms. So we can have tight muscles. We can feel physically sick. We can, you know, hair loss. Uh, people who want to lose weight, overweight people suffer from usually from quite advanced anxiety. Um, Obviously, faster heart rate, shallow breathing, problems with digestive system, uh, restlessness, being awake. So your body can give you so many different pains and reactions. It's only because your energy is trapped in your body, and you as a child has not learned, or you have not been taught how to get rid of this energy through different ways. So your body actually having all those symptoms, even physical illnesses, is not collapsing. It's actually mobilizing energy to keep you alive, because this what is happening. Remember about the example of a child who went to preschool for the first time. Your body is very clever, our body is very clever. So to keep you alive, the body has started to detect some danger, how you felt sad, how you felt unprotected, how you felt unsafe, and blah blah blah. And from now on, it's going to give you anxiety. So every time you go to new places, you are going to feel anxiety, because that's a coping mechanism to keep you alive. Because your body energy remembers, okay? It doesn't understand the aging, as I always say. It doesn't understand you are not 4 anymore. Even if you are 44, you still are going to feel the same energy in your body. So that is why anxiety can't be talked away. Energy needs direction, not suppression. It is really, really very important. That's why meditation helps. That's why chanting helps. That's why mantras help. That's why breath work helps, which is fantastic for anxiety. Meditations are fantastic for anxiety. When I have a person who is extremely anxious as a client, and I cannot get through hypnotherapy to the past, I never ever push this person to anything else. I don't talk about anxiety. We just allowing the body feel the fear and get rid of it um, uh, through a lot of grounding meditation. So I always work with people through meditation and connecting to root chakra. That's the most important here. So let's look at the fear. So what is this fear? So, and why is it so connected to anxiety? So fear is the root frequency beneath and anxiety. Not fear of something specific, but fear of unsafety. So yes, we can have uh, an event that was very specific that gave us fear, unknown, out of control situation. Uh, but still, in this situation, we felt unsafe. We felt insecure. We felt out of control. So that's why the fear has happened and gives us anxiety. So, what this can include? What this situation, what this fear can include? What is this fear about? So, fear of losing control. We had, obviously, as children, we have no control over our lives because our life is completely, it's ruled by our parents. They make choices for us, and it's great when you are younger, but when you are a little bit older, you need to have the idea of me being in my control and making my own decisions, because if you don't know how to control your decisions or make them, then it's creating uh, a very fearful adult. Then obviously we have fear of abandonment, which is massive when we are situations, everyone has got different situation, but even saying goodbye on the first day at school or at preschool, this how the fear of abandonment can be settled in our body. It's that simple. So I'm not even talking here about emotionally unavailable mother, because that is massive. um, Now, the next one is the fear of failure, and I'm going to just talk about the basic ones. So, our society, whatever society you come from, the word success is a massive for everyone. We live in a very masculine world, so everywhere we are told that we have to be successful at something or at everything, otherwise uh, we are going to fail in life, right? If we are not going to get an education, then we are failure in life. So this is just one of the examples. There are millions of them. So another one is fear of not being good enough, and that is a massive one for anxious people. A really, really massive one. I always focus on three things here when I talk to my clients. They always show me three characteristics here coming from fear. They don't have to be very massively anxious people, but uh, they they show me those three features, which is I'm not good enough, I am not lovable, and I do not fit in. And that is enough for me to understand how this person can be pretty anxious. uh, Sometimes we also fear of rest itself when we are going through burnout. So for people who experience burnout a lot, you come from home possibly when you were not allowed to rest, and rest was treated as a in a shameful way. I come from home like that. I went through burnout many times, and I had to heal it. It was quite big trauma from my childhood that was also related to my generational karma from my mother's side. So that's why I say, like, anxiety is very complex. It can sometimes be connected to generational karma. So in those all examples, in every human on the planet, fear doesn't need words. It lives in our body as sensation, and this is what you have to remember. And then when fear isn't processed, the body stays alerted, and it happens constantly in our life, day by day. So this is why anxiety often feels older than your current situation because that's a fact. Your anxiety has been implemented in you by somebody or cause of events in very, very early ages of our lives. And it's a fact. Nothing and nobody will ever change it. So let's look at why these symptoms appear. So the symptoms that you have got: overthinking, burnout, pains, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, okay, many other stuff that you have. Tummy aches, it's control issues. Yes, somebody has taken control over you, many other stuff. So when you suffer from overthinking, you believe that overthinking is an issue in your life. So your mind is trying to predict the danger before it happens. If the body doesn't feel safe, the mind stays busy to prevent surprise. So let's look now at something called shallow breathing. It happens a lot when we are very anxious. People go through panic attacks, things like that. Sometimes, even when you want to go to sleep, you experience shallow breathing. So, as always, it's a signal of lack of safety. So, shallow breathing keeps the body ready to move, run, or react. That's simple. So, you have to think, what happened in your life if you suffer from shallow breathing of if in certain and I'm not talking here about menopause or things like that. That is not the video about it. This is the reaction of your body. So if you always had some problems with your heart and imbalance of your heart and things like that, shallow breathing happens. It's because your body is ready to go somewhere, to run, fight, flight, and things like that. Next one is tight chest and stomach. So those butterflies in your belly. So it's usually protecting your vital organs, liver and stomach and kidneys and things like that. And tension there means we are guarding something important. So that's solar plexus area. And that is this is responsible for courage. This is responsible for control. This is responsible for self-esteem, feeling not good enough, so self-worth, things like that. Confidence. So if you have not been a confident child, if you have been a shy child, things like that, you will have possibly signals of your body in area of your chest or your stomach, usually stomach. Restless legs. So energy has got nowhere to go. The body wants movement, escape, or release, but doesn't know how to what to do about it. Okay. So those are people who usually feel very trapped in life. Sleepless nights. So in here, I can talk about it for hours. uh, you know, your body insomnia is also a coping mechanism of lack of safety. Your body doesn't know how to surrender to balance and peace. So it's very, very guarded. Your nervous system is guarded. And this guarded system doesn't have the tools, doesn't know how to bring peace and balance to your body. It doesn't know how to surrender. So it's constantly looking for some danger around. A lot of people from my clients wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they cannot go to sleep. They usually fall asleep 5, 6, 7, something like that. So this is in relationship to your cortisol levels. So this is when cortisol rises naturally. If fear is stored in the system, the body uses this window to check for danger. So, waking up at night is your body saying to you, I have to check whether there is danger around you, so I will wake you up, boom, and you're up. Simple as that, because there is a natural um, uh, rise of cortisol in to prepare you for running, for fighting, for I don't know, anything that is in relationship to feeling unsafe, because something happened in the past, in your childhood, that taught you this coping mechanism of your body. So those symptoms can only mean one thing. Your body is doing one thing, what knows the best, which is guarding you, protecting you, and keeps you safe. So whether you're an overthinker, whether you are suffering from insomnia, a burnout, whatever, many other things, OCD, whatever is there, this anxiety, this fear that you carry in your body is only one thing, remember forever, is the safety. I have not felt safe, and now I have brought this lack of safety into my adulthood. And I don't know, and my body doesn't know what to do about it. So let's look what really a lot of clients ask me what really guarding means. They don't understand what really guarding is. So when your body is guarding you, it means that your nervous system believes that the threat is not over. And this is what I always say about growing up. Energy does not understand that you are not 4 anymore, or 6 or 9. It doesn't understand that when you were 9 on the way to school, somebody bullied you for 3 years. It doesn't understand that. But because you have not told anyone, and this person has not taught you how to get rid of this fear in you, or even somebody reacted, but fear still stayed. And now you carry this fear until you are 38, 55. Whatever age you are, and whatever you are going to be, if you don't do anything about it, it is going to uh, get you. It always will be there with you. So another thing is what this guarding means is one thing. Energy is stuck in survival loops. So it's going through the same cycle all the time because that energy is not released. The body doesn't trust the rest. It's another one, or the body, the body really doesn't know how to rest because you have not taught the body what actually safety and rest in the body is. So when I get clients, especially men, that work 16 hours a day, and for them is absolutely fine because I'm a provider, I always look at the trauma. What really traumatized you that you have um, trained your body to submission of doing something all the time? What are you escaping? What are you running away from? What kind of trauma? What is haunting you? What is there? Because if you are in constant masculine energy, which is energy of action, doing, and you do not bring the energy of rest, it means that your body doesn't understand that rest is important to balance out being a human. So then people say, why do I have 10 million illnesses? Well, maybe because you are running your body to actual absolute overworked and overflow of energy because you never allow your body to actually rejuvenate. And then it comes to the point where body doesn't know how to even sleep. So, or when you sleep, you do not rest because during the night, when the body is resting, then all the trauma is coming out to tell you, show you through the rise of cortisol or many other things that actually you are in a constant survival mode. So your body is guarding you, and this is not this is not conscious, sorry, this is very subconscious. It's a programmed energy. It's a coping mechanism. It's automatic, it's learned, and nothing can be done about it until you sit down and dig deeper into your trauma. This is what this is about. Uh, Often it happened in a time when being alerted was necessary. So this is what I'm talking about. When my parents told me that I'm going to be snatched, then when this poor boy or girl was taken to a preschool, and then suddenly so many fears happened. That was the time when the body started to be alerted and lack of safety happened. And boom, from now on, you are done. Simple as that. With so many things that can happen, that will happen to you over your lifetime. So the problem here isn't that the system learned this only, that also that when the system learned the coping mechanism, the system was never taught to stop. So this is what I mean about this imbalanced energy that is running in loops all the time, because you have never had the time or knowledge or anything else to actually stop and look into your traumas and actually reflect on why am I the way I am, or why my body is the way it is. Nothing is wrong with you here. Nothing is wrong with anybody on this planet. Unfortunately, this is down to programming from the past. So let's look at this root chakra, because that's super important. So the root chakra is a red color that lives at the bottom of our spine. So it is responsible for very basic things. I'm not going to go there into details, like ancestral lineage and generational karma, money. I'm not going to go there to explain. I'm just going to say safety, security, stability, trust in life, trust in the body, trust in other people. This is what actually the root chakra is about. So when the root chakra is blocked or underactive, the body feels unsafe, unstable, disconnected, hypervigilant. A blocked root chakra keeps energy moving upward into the mind instead of downward into the grounding. So there is lack of flow. So usually when I work with a lot of people who are professionals at like they are meditative masters, or masters of meditation, yoga masters, energy healers, Reiki masters. A lot of people come to me like that. And when the root chakra is blocked, they are very open with the third eye. They are very open with the upper chakras, like crown chakra. So they are very floaty. They have a lot of headaches. They experience dizziness, overthinking, overflow of energy, but going up and never down. So they are never grounded, and that is also a problem, because obviously energy is blocked and doesn't have the ability to connect you to the ground, so you feel safe. And if you are not connected, you will never feel safe on this planet. It's impossible. Because as being energetic beings, we have to have the flow of energy from the ground, from Mother Gaia, to the top, to the sky, and up and down. So through this root chakra that is very blocked, it will create fear and overthinking through trauma, will create insomnia, will create disconnection to the body, will create lack of rest, or lack of surrender, or because you don't feel rooted, you don't feel that you belong somewhere. So what happens with the energetically when the trauma is active? So we are going back to this little boy or girl who went to preschool. Yes, trauma happened because there was a lot of fears that on that day started to be programmed in the body. So when trauma remains unresolved in the body for many, many years, the energy loops instead of flowing. So it's going to go into cycles and circles all the time. When energy is very, very overflown, it will, I don't want to use the word attack, but it will impact certain organs in your body, and always will impact the organ that is the weakest. So whether that's the liver, whether that's that's the kidneys, that's the heart, whatever. Um then you constantly stay on with fear even when danger is gone. What do I mean by that? Is anything that reminds you of the trauma in the future, that, even the interview, that is the reminder of the trauma from the past. You are constantly in the danger mode. And I have a very good video about danger mode, and you should really, really watch that. It will explain a lot of things in deeper. So also your nervous system keeps checking the environment, hyper vigilant all the time. Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Uh, the body mistakes memory for present threat, because, as I said, this is the energy that was programmed, implemented in you many, many years ago. It has never been released, shaken off. So the present moment is a threat, because it's yet again, it's reminding you of the past. So this is now the connection with your nervous system and your imagination and your subconscious mind that is kicking in. uh, Energetically, fear has a very specific frequency. Fear is a masculine energy, is a fast energy, is is a is a energy that will give you pain. It's very heavy, draining energy, will not let you rest. It's a protective energy, is a closed energy, and circulates, repeating the patterns in your body. So this is why anxiety feels repetitive, because the energy is stuck in the loop. Constantly, we are talking about the same thing, because your energy is actually trapped in the body. Is the trappedness and of fear, trappedness of trauma, trappedness in your body, that is an issue here. So let's look quickly at the questions that I would like you to look at. So we are not looking how do I stop anxiety, because you are not going to do it unless you are going to tap into your childhood. So let's create some questions that can bring some awareness and safety. Number one, what does my anxiety protect me from? And I'm sure that everyone on this planet remembers something from the childhood, uh, something that was unpleasant, something that you may think, okay, that could be the root and cause of how I feel my anxiety today or in general. So this is tapping into the past, unfortunately. The next question is, when did my body learn it wasn't safe to rest? So I did a lot of journaling, and journaling possibly is the best way to do it if you cannot do meditation. So there are certain guided meditations that I do that will take you to your childhood, and this is how I have healed my traumas. I have moved myself back, not to past lives, but to my childhood pain, and I connected to the pain in my body that have has connected to my subconscious mind, and gave me the event that uh, was the root and cause when the pain started, when the fear started, when the anxiety started, when the trauma started. Because everything is written in your body, you just have to know how to collect it. And obviously, we are not talking about doing everything at one day. This is physically impossible, because your nervous system will collapse. So this is those questions we are doing over a few weeks, and very slowly looking deeper into the body, how I feel when I am talking about safety in my body. What is coming up? What is the pain that I feel? What does this headache mean? What does this belly ache feel and mean? So another good one is, and quite big one, what happens if I let go of control? And that is a big one, because everybody's life is controlled when we are children. Some have got more control, some children have got control completely taken away. Some children, I'm not talking here about children who are 2 years old. I'm talking here about children who are 7, 8, 9, when this control should be a little bit give back, because a 7-year-old doesn't have to have clothes chosen for him or her. It can be independent and choose clothes for themselves, but there are a lot of parents who choose clothes for the children. I was one of them. So my safety and security and control has been massively taken away from me, and I had to really, really look at this anxiety. Uh, Next question: where do I feel fear in my body? And this is where you really, really need to sit down and just listen to the guided meditations, which I'm going to leave at the bottom of the of this video. I have a lot of guided meditations that will take you to your inner child. There is something like I have created 7 days to safety, um, a safety journey when your body will bring safety. There are different meditations that I have that will really, really tap into your inner child issues. I will leave things. Things are for free. Things are for free on my channel. So um, dig into it, guys. It's really worth it. And the next one is what does safety feel like, even briefly? And this is something. This is the hardest question because some people even don't understand that because you have never experienced it. It's nothing wrong with you. It's not your fault. Just the past happened. So those questions you have to do with checking your body. Those questions speaks to the body, not the mind. That is super important. We are not logic here. Energy is not logic. Energy will always overrule the mind and logic because it's energy, because it's emotion. So safety is here the solution. Anxiety does not need to be defeated. It needs to be reassured and understood. And awareness is the first step to your freedom, to your healing. Uh, so safety, you will learn it while you're going through those questions, while you're digging deeper into your childhood. And then when your body feels safe, you will sleep better. You will not have overthinking. Your breathing will be fantastic. Okay, your energy settles. You will be grounded. You will be happy. So we're talking about grounding here. We're talking about somatic work. We're talking about breath work, meditation. I always say meditation, 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 because that really, really saved my life, literally. And no one is asking anyone to sit down and meditate for 7 hours a day. But there are special guided meditations that will heal your body, guys. And I'm doing one of them. I am a person who is dealing with guided meditations to heal and bring awareness. I can, talk to my spirits and spirit guides and things like that, but I'm not doing meditations like that. Um, so, if you feel called, so I have created the guided journey. There are meditations there. I'm going to put them below. The link is below for you guys. And please remember that anxiety is not your enemy. It's not your friend either, but it's something that needs to be understood. That's why I have created this video. Actually, I always create my videos based on my clients. And if I have certain clients that are quite challenging or they are very interesting, fascinating clients with the stories, then it really prompts me to give it to you and to give it to humanity and bring awareness to your life. So thank you very much for today. And I hope that this is going to help you with things. If you have any questions, please comment and I will always answer. And I will leave the link in the comment section if you need to look and sign up for free for the meditations. It will bring balance to your body. If you need a little bit more specific with inner child, talk to me in comments and I will send you things. So thank you very much, and I will see you in our next video. And thank you. Bye bye.